You're a star. You're the best. Ask your angels for anything you desire. Opportunities, love, money, because they'll listen. They love you. Your angels love you. Bitch, don't forget who you are. It's my last night in Paris, and I don't give a fuck because my angels are looking out for me. I said, hey angels, bring me opportunities, bring me love, bring me friendship, desire, anything I want, because I know you love me and they love me. My angels are like, get the fuck off your phone, girl, and start packing. 5, 6, 7, 8. I always do this. I forget to empty out my paintbrush water, and then I leave my paintbrushes in here, and then I have to buy new paintbrushes. Just for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. I've arranged everything neatly in these little cubbies, and then I made space in here and then in here for the girl renting in July.
You do your eyes like rubbers.
I got these giant wooden clouds, black clouds, because I thought that they would be cool to integrate into a painting. But I just haven't had time to do it yet. But I think lately I've been wanting to push my paintings further into like sculptures and things. This would actually be cool if I made it into like a table, you know? Like a side table. Maybe covered it with like some cool plaster or something. What's crazy is almost everyone who comes to my studio says the same thing, that it looks like I need more space, which is true. But even, like, it's just sort of unsustainable really for artists to have spaces in Paris because it's just so expensive to rent a place. So I think that the reality for a lot of people after art school is they have to like downscale a little bit, like the sizes of the pieces they make. You know what? Doing this with you guys makes it so much more fun, but I'm also not getting anything done. Much better. One of my favorite things to do is to stack books like this and then put a vase on top. I think it just looks so pretty. I also love keeping like prints from friends. My friend Odd took this photo and I just love it because there's something like really ghosty about it and like magical. Like maybe you were sitting at the park and then like this bench like lit up and then like a man appeared.
Sometimes it seems like you won't survive this.
It's a Christmas game, a Christmas miracle. Everything is beautiful at Christmas. Oopsie. Oh my god.
Let's go to the coolest.
You guys cannot comprehend what I've gone through with this paperback. I must have gone through like 25 proofs, and every time I think I'd get it right, I get it back in the mail with like some error on it, and finally, like I literally leave Paris in 1 week and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to finish this before I leave. And I checked the mailbox and I opened it and it's perfect. Like I literally finally got it fucking right, and I just was like, finally. Oh my gosh. I love self-publishing so much, and I think I'm gonna make a video all about it because it's such like a hands-on DIY way of doing things, and I can't wait to put this book out there. Like I literally have never worked harder on a project before with so many unexpected obstacles and things like that, but holy fuck.
We have the paperback version. Personally, I still prefer the hardcover even though it's ginormous. But oh my god, I just love that this came together at the last minute. Like anyway, I am gonna fucking celebrate. I bought some peanut M&Ms the other day, so I'm gonna eat those. I'm not drinking at the moment. Actually, weirdly enough, like I have these moments where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go like sober all month and things like that. But what I realized is like when I'm not being sober, I pretty much have drinks with friends at least like once a week, and I think I'd much rather do that like once every 2 weeks, because I just feel like my body is actually really sensitive to alcohol, and I can just like see it in my face, and I'm tired and things like that. So I'm not gonna drink all of July. I think I might have like a glass or two at my art show just because like all my friends are gonna come to celebrate. But I'm gonna celebrate tonight with peanut M&Ms. So anyway, my phone died while I was cleaning my studio, but basically it looks really good. I'll show you guys tomorrow. But it's so rewarding when you've worked so fucking hard towards something and then you finally get it right, you know what I mean? And so anyway, I hope whatever you guys are working on at the moment, leave it down in the comments. Like leave your Instagram handle or like whatever you're doing. Like let's support each other. I always do this on my Patreon, like whenever we have like meetups or whenever we have like Zoom calls, like I always tell everyone to like share their stuff, because I think that's what community is about, is like sharing what you're doing. So, oh goodness me, I feel so relieved and happy and just like, but you know what was crazy? When I opened the mailbox, I was like, you know what, if it's not right, then that's fine. We have to learn to go with the flow, and I'll just figure it out when I get back. But just like, thank you, universe. Anyway. M&M time, bitch! M&M time! Why? Yeah, fuck. That's the mood for today. Good morning, or not. Ugh. Okay. Is that... I look like Superwoman. Woohoo! Ew, I hate when I'm in a mood like that. That's like so bitchy, but also it's kind of funny. Yeah. Hi. Hey. Do you know when it's just like that? Like, hey. Last time we hung out, I was cleaning my art studio, getting ready for an art show, and I was getting ready to leave Paris. Still the case. I leave Paris at I leave my apartment at 4 a.m. So I don't know why I do this every time. I always pick like the flight that's the cheapest, and I'm like, oh, it's at 7, so I just have to wake up, you know, a little bit early. But in reality, the metros don't even open until 5:30 a.m. So if you want to make your flight, you have to basically take an Uber. So I'm taking an Uber at 4 a.m. and yeah, I've just been in like a weird mood all day, just a little bit like angsty. And actually, like, what I realized is that oftentimes we can notice when space isn't being made for us by other people, for example in friendships, but also I think when you're alone by yourself, you can also not be creating space for yourself by not making time for yourself to journal. Also being like oversaturated by social media. And I think that this week I really worked myself really hard for this art show, and I just haven't had time to really just like rest. And so that is what I want us to do for this afternoon. Yeah, I really feel like this residency that I'm going to be doing is going to be like a really great opportunity for me to sort of recenter, figure out again like what direction I want to go in, and just be out in nature, because it's really very much in nature. But I also think that it's important for myself before I go to like get in the right headspace. So yeah, like these last few days I've just been busy like packing and trying to get things together, and then this morning I really wanted to like sleep in and have a like really slower day, and then my bitch ass neighbor started pounding a hammer on my fucking wall at like 7 a.m. and I was so pissed. I was like, j'essaie de dormir! And it's just like, ever since I moved in here, they've been doing work and things like that. Anyway, you can tell like I'm just not in a good mood, and I always feel like when I'm like that, like I just don't want to be in this space, you know? But I think that it's always important to remember whenever you feel this way, to tell yourself that I am responsible for everything in my life. I think it's so easy to put the blame on other people, like, oh, I'm mad how this didn't turn out, or oh, my neighbor woke me up. But in reality, like, you have the responsibility over how you feel. And so whenever I find myself in sort of a headspace that's a little more angsty, and it's always when I'm not holding space for myself or making enough time for myself that I feel like this. Whenever I feel like that, I have to remember that it's my responsibility to bring myself back up again. And I think that that is so empowering, and it gives me like so much like, oh, I don't have to be a victim. It takes you out of like this victim mentality of like, oh, this happened and then this happened, and it makes you realize that like, if I want to be happy and like energetic, and I want to be like this person that is my role model and I can look up to, then I can totally do that, you know what I mean? And there's no one else to blame for not being that than myself. Do you know what I mean? If you just let yourself feel however your mind wants to feel, it's just going to end up blowing up in your face, and you're just going to end up going to whatever like fears or lack that you had as a, you know, like your shadow self basically. And for those of you guys who don't know, your shadow self is the part of you, it's basically like the part of you that you don't like, the part of you that feels icky, the part of you that feels scared. And it's almost like that overprotective parent that you had who, well, I didn't have an overprotective parent, but you know, for the analogy, when you have an overprotective parent who wants the best for you in theory, but in reality like they're holding you back. And I think that's sort of like what our shadow self is. And yeah, it tends to come up with me when I'm feeling overworked or haven't gotten enough sleep, when I just feel, yeah. And so my shadow self, like there's two parts of me. There's a part of me that's like super positive and a really just like upbeat, high vibe person. But in order to be that, I think I have to work towards it. And that's by doing affirmations, by journaling, by being out in nature. Otherwise, I become like this cold bitch. Like I can be such a cold person sometimes. And it's almost like it's the mother in myself trying to protect this inner child, again with that word. Trying to protect this inner child that feels like they're not getting their needs met. And so I almost become sort of just like a bitchy ass person. And I also think I feel this way when I wake up and I'm in like goblin mode and I haven't been eating good. I don't know, like I'm just not, I don't like to film myself actually when I'm in this space at all, because I just feel like it's not the vibe. It is not the vibe, and that's kind of like how I've been feeling this morning. But now that I've like packed up my shit, one thing though is when I do become like this shadow self, I'm definitely funnier. Because I just become like sort of whatever. Anyway, don't judge me, you guys. We all have a shadow self. Mine's just a bitch. So anyway, I think what I'm gonna do, I have a yoga class later today which will hopefully help. It's hot yoga. I've been doing hot yoga for like 2 months now, and I'm actually a little scared to not be able to do it in Iceland because my yoga is what really, I think, like de-stresses me. But yeah, I'll just like run up a mountain or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, but anyway, God, I'm like all over the place. I heard that food's really expensive there, so I just like filled my bag with so much food, like tortilla wraps and like quinoa, and just like I act like I'm going to like some desert island or something like that, but I don't know, like I got cash so I could trade my cash for krona. Krona, is that what the money's called in Iceland? I don't even know. But then I found out that they don't even like they don't even use cash over there, so I don't even know. Whatever. I'm just like in a mood. I think I need to go outside. I need to bring I haven't journaled today. That's why I haven't journaled in a few days. If I haven't journaled, I don't feel good. I also feel like when I'm in like a sort of a weird mood, I tend to just like put on like mindless YouTube videos to just like numb out my mind, which isn't good. One of the things, I want to make a list when I go to the park of the things that I really want to get from being out in nature and this experience, and one of them is like break my phone habit. I don't want to call it an addiction because I don't, whatever, it probably is, but like I think everyone can relate to this, just like mindlessly scrolling, and I definitely want to break that habit. And so I'm going to try to only go on social media when I'm posting something, and otherwise I'm just not gonna go on. Like I wish I could just be like that all the time, and it can be, you know what I mean? I also think another thing that I need to do this afternoon, bitch, it's like 4 p.m. I need to write out affirmations. One that I wrote in my journal the other day that I heard from another YouTuber. I wish I remembered her name, but I just like randomly came across one of her videos. And it's, my success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go to the park. I threw on this superwoman outfit, super fairy outfit, because as well, I think that when I am dressed up a little bit more, I just feel more like bubbly energy, and hopefully it'll get me health. And so one of the ways that I also get back to my shiny bright self, self-love and all that, is listening to Disney music. And I told my friend that, and he bought me all of the Art of Disney postcards. This is like where my shadow self would be like, no one cares, Shayna, no one cares. But I wanted to do this thing. Okay, so if you're watching this, whichever card I pull is how your day is gonna be. I do this to my friends all the time, but like I do it for like everything. I'm like, this is how your love life is gonna be for the rest of the year. Oh my god, I did that for myself the other day, and I got like the craziest card. I have to show you it if I can find it. I was like, what? It was like this girl that tied up this guy in some Disney movie. Anyway, okay. This is how your love life is going to be. This is what I'm doing. I'm pulling a card from the Disney deck. Okay, if you're watching this, this is how your love life is gonna be. Tell me when to stop. Okay, I'm stopping because you're not really here to tell me. Oh my god, this is good! You got Aladdin, and all his wishes are being made by the genie. Good for you. Hot girl summer. Here we come. We've got to vibe up, baby. Vibe up. Vibe, 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 vibe. My success is inevitable. Oh my god. Point of view, you're walking down the street and you see a girl filming herself saying, my success is inevitable. Extra. Honestly, I'm gonna miss Paris for the summer. Honestly, July is a really good time to be here. Wow. Except for all the birthday parties at the park. But, oh my god, fuck. Yeah. Oh no. Also, I just realized that my shadow self is a bitchy Hollywood actress from like the golden age. Like Betty Davis or Joan Crawford. The universe is always conspiring in my favor. Write this one down in your journal because this one is for you. I read somewhere that it's super important for empaths to spend time in nature because as empaths, we soak in the energy that we're around, the environment that we're around. And that's why as well, empaths enjoy being by themselves so often because you're sort of protecting yourself from soaking up unwanted energies. Like, don't you feel, those of you who are empaths, that after you hang out with people, unless they're like super high vibe, you almost need like 2 days to recover from all of that energy? And so that's why it's so important, if you are a sensitive person, to make time for yourself to be in nature, because the energy in nature outside, the trees, the birds, the tulips, like everything, the sky, the sun, is so vibrationally high, and so you're soaking that in. And just being out here for like 5 minutes, I feel so much better. Like, I feel so much lighter, so much more alive. So that's a note that I need to make to myself in my journal, that I need to spend maybe more quality time out in nature, because yeah, I think it's always when I'm like cooped inside that I start feeling like angsty and stuff. So yeah, more time out in nature, but we're about to get that. We're gonna get a lot of that. So yeah. Let me know if you guys, let me know if you guys are also empaths and that resonates with you as well.
I've been waiting for a woman I could call my own. A lady I could call late at night on the telephone.
Energy check. Energy is excited. I feel so excited. Okay, so I went to Luxembourg Gardens, I journaled, then I went to a yoga class, and then afterwards I decided for my last thing that I'm gonna do before I go to Iceland, I am going to get a glass of wine and have like a very Parisian night. Went to a cafe, started journaling, and I journaled so much that I literally finished my journal. I have to show you guys some of the stuff I wrote in my journal. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I wrote out all the things I was feeling, like all the negative stuff, and then I went back and then I wrote in all the things I'm grateful for, and it's just like such like stream of consciousness. Like, I am so grateful for everyone I have ever met. And then I said, everyone I have ever met, I have met for a reason. I am responsible for my life, for my energy, the beauty, the chaos. And you know what? I'm cool. And also, I am grateful for all the pain, for helping me to become the person I am. The laughter, the tears, because we cared. The tears because we cared. The tears because we cared. The looking up at the stars, the solo trips, the wine with friends, the summer nights, the believing in magic, the I want to feel this way forever, the spur of the moment, the tears of joy, the I've missed you, you inspired me too, ... the I love your energy, the angels guiding me, the color, the sparkle, the glitter, the glamour, the pleasure, the following our dreams, the serendipity, the abundance, the feeling of being taken care of. This chocolate is so good, which is something I heard at this cafe that I was at. This little girl was like, this chocolate is so good. I'm so glad I've met you. When you meet somebody and they're like, I'm so glad I've met you. The growth, I surprised myself. This time last year, I wouldn't have been. The navy blue sky and perfectly placed moon. The smell of vanilla, the sound of jazz, the magic, pure magic. The flow, the night so full of hope and kindness and questions. The Seine, the picnics. The flowers, all the flowers, the purples and pinks and reds and greens and romance. It's so romantic. Just to be alive and to be free and to let go and to ask your angels for all the things you desire because you believe they love you. And on the last page I wrote, life is fun and easy and free and lucky. I feel like this trip for me to Iceland is like a new chapter. It's a new opportunity to find un équilibre, a balance. And I'm gonna gravitate towards what brings me true joy. Like after I was at this cafe and I had this glass of wine, I decided to walk down to my favorite square in Paris. And when I was there, I met a subscriber who was randomly there this late. And we had the most beautiful conversation. And I promised myself when I would get home, I would do a dance party. So I have so much left I have to pack. I need to do the dishes. I need to do so much stuff, but I feel in such a high vibration because I gave myself space. I went to a cafe for a few hours and I finished this journal. And I spoke to people at the cafe with confidence and with love because I love myself. And I want that for you guys too. So this new chapter for me is about connecting to nature. It's about feel that bright side of myself, because the shadow part, although she does help me get to the job done, she is very assertive and she has this sassy, fun personality. It's the bright side of myself that I know can change the world. And I know that in each of you, there is that as well. There's the dark and there's the light. But you have to find the ways in which you can access the light. So, bitch, we're having a dance party! It's like 1 a.m. I have an Uber at 4. Don't give a fuck. Going to do my dishes, going to make this space beautiful so that when I come home I have a nice beautiful space to walk into. And we're gonna have a dance party. I want to put on Julie Andrews. I'm not gonna turn on my phone. I haven't looked at my phone in hours. Fuck that shit. Like, ah! And also, I need to start a new journal. Oh my god, it's so exciting. Life is exciting. Life is beautiful. Let's do it, bitch. Well, the Eiffel Tower is still lit up. That means it must not be too late. I don't know what time it is because I haven't checked my phone. Oh my god. Oh my god, there she is. Focus, you slut. Okay. Another thing is I've been speaking to my angels because we all have angels around us, and I've told them my desires and that I'm open to opportunity and love and light. And look at that moon, baby. Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm one sexy bitch. I'm Bob Dylan talking to David Bowie. Go and go. I have an Uber in 4 hours. Nothing could ever be better than being myself, than being you. I fucking love the nightlife. Follow your dreams, bitch. You're the best. I love you. I love you. You are so cool.